Hey fellow Aquas, how y'all doing? We're going to be doing your second half of March general reading here. Let's get right into the meditation. Good Lord, let's talk about it. Snake energy. Immediately, right off the bat, I saw the Justice key, okay, from the Tarot. I saw two snakes coming together and intertwining through their bodies, and then their two heads forming at the top. Like this, I heard the word duality, and then I saw an arrow pointing upwards. I saw the figure from the Justice key with the scales, and then I heard oneness. So duality, arrow up into oneness. And then I saw the Aquarian collective kind of sitting, on top, right? Embodied as the Justice key, which is, everything is exactly as it's meant to be. Fairness, equilibrium, balance, justice, all of that good stuff, right? I saw the Aquarian collective sitting on top, and I heard the song, You Are My Shining Star, okay? A bit on the nose, but let's go with it. Listen, I heard the word humanitarian. We are the humanitarians of the Zodiac. Okay, now there are other humanitarians in the Zodiac, but we are the humanitarians of the Zodiac. We're famous for it, right? I heard the song Alice by Nako, okay? Alice by Nako, because I heard this one lyric that, oh, the load is heavy. I feel like we are being called to shoulder some extra weight. Okay, now that could come in many different forms, okay? That could be being a shoulder to lean on for those around you. It could be an energetic shoulder to lean on, where it's like Atlas holding up the weight of the world. There's that imagery for you as well. As humanitarians, as the visionaries, as we are able to see things from a bird's eye view and have that loving and effective detachment, we are able to do this. We are able to carry some extra load for those around us, or even if it's not anyone in your direct atmosphere that you're feeling this for, then it's really about a collective, because I saw the word duality and then I saw oneness, okay? We know that the goal and the key and the truth and the light is that we are all one. And suddenly now, right? Suddenly we are quite well aware of everybody. Right? We are having a collective global experience at the moment, right? Think about your vision, your insight, your perspective being that broad as an Aquarian, right? And being an energetic beacon and shoulder around that. I keep hearing it, a shoulder, being a shoulder. Whether that's a vibration that you're embodying and pulling up from the earth and pulling in from the ethers, and it's a ripple effect energetically, or it is literal, where you're being a shoulder for others in your atmosphere. Whether, literally or via, phone, whatever have you, okay? Okay, I'm gonna get our animal energy, but this octopus at the bottom is saying, me too, me too. So I wanna talk about this before I pull more, because this feels very pertinent. Octopus represents clairvoyance, okay? The shadow energy of this is kind of feeling, because I'm always gonna talk about the shadow and the light aspects of things, right? Duality, right? But the octopus and the shadow energy can feel like, wow, I don't know where to land a tentacle. They're all over the place. Oh, it kind of looks like the snakes that I saw wrapping themselves around each other and then looking at each other up top here. That's interesting. But it can be kind of feeling like all over the place, lack of boundaries with oneself and others, just feeling like, oh my God. I also feeling one way 1 minute and then another way the next minute. And then you're this way the next minute and this way 2 minutes later. It's like that back and forth and the all over the place kind of energy. The light aspect of this is, look at all this activity at the crown chakra here, okay? Anyone with octopus in their energy or as a totem, highly clairvoyant, which means they're able to see clearly. And you see how this octopus eyes are kind of closing smaller? It's like, I don't need my actual eyes to see, because I'm seeing from a higher perspective, like through this crown chakra, right? Water energy here, representative of the intuition in the lower depths. Okay? Being the light here. Okay? Let's get our other animal energy here. Yep. See animal energy for Aquarius for second half of March. Oh my gosh, happy St. Patrick's Day, by the way. Definitely very happy St. Patrick's Day. Oh my God, I wanna just, oh my God. Okay. Earthworm. Now, I wanna talk about something. Well, when do I not? In the Aquarius 2020 overview reading, we got the earthworm. Let's freaking talk. This I equate with the Fool in the tarot, so I'm really obsessed with this. By the way, do you see the kind of the parallels here against the sensitive skin and the same kind of shape here? Repeating shapes here. So earthworm is, like I said, equates to the Fool, which is a fresh, brand new start. The earthworm also has 5 hearts. I also see the color similarities between this middle section here, and I'm telling you, it's about using the intuition right now and calling upon the reserves. I don't even think it's gonna be, they're gonna be, okay, how do I put this? Okay, do you see how sensitive the skin is of the earthworm? Right, I feel like I'm definitely picking up on some empaths here as well. But also this octopus energy, water, and then we have earth here. The water, the intuition feeding the earth here. Something very pertinent to that. I feel like I keep going back to the support system for others, but I just want to say, especially for the empaths, we are in a time where you may be picking up not just the energies of those in your direct atmosphere, but the energies of the global atmosphere. Be gentle with yourself around that. Take breaks, okay? It really feels like there's a lot of, you know, with added insight can come added responsibility, because once you know something or you see something or you are in tune around something, then you're responsible for it in a way, right? It's also showing discernment around what you do and don't share, what you do and don't say. Sometimes you have to let people have their experience and process things in their own way without letting it ruffle your feathers, take it personally, or internalize it. You know what I mean? But this is a fresh, brand new start. I don't know if we could have had a more auspicious energy talking about the next couple of weeks. And y'all know what I'm saying with it. Full circle. See this little circle inside this bigger circle? I really keep hearing, oh, by the way, earthworms come out in abundance after the rain. I'm really hearing to be gentle with yourself. Be patient with yourself, because I am picking up on an energy of you may have waves and ebbs and flows where you're feeling like right as rain 1 minute, and then the next minute you're like, oh my God. And I want you to be very cognizant in those times of, is what you're feeling all yours? Okay? It's about being the magician and transmuting that stuff as it comes in. Okay? Because this is a time of heavy feeling. But it's about also, I'm getting an energy of being a way maker, okay? Again, I think I said this, earthworm has 5 hearts. 5 is the number of change. If that's not pertinent, I don't know what is. But there is a fresh, it's the age of Aquarius. I keep hearing it, ushering in this brand new cycle and this new era where we are a lot more one, and there's a lot less duality, because we are suddenly a lot more aware of each other as a human collective. There's also this emphasis on gratitude and being grateful for what is there in a newly realized way, okay? Ooh, Lord. Let's see what's going on for Aquarius for second half of March. Oh, Lord. This is what it is. Remember, this is the past energy coming in that may or may not affect the present. 5 of Pentacles. I was literally just talking about the number 5, was I not? Now let's go back to these circles here. These pentacles and the star. Now this is literally what I was saying. See how this is like the snowfall, and then you see the stars here. Remember how I said that I saw the Aquarian collective as the stars that we are, sitting from an elevated perspective, not in a separatist way, but just taking that bird's eye view and kind of being that beacon humanitarian. I saw us depicted as the justice key. I feel like this is twofold. I feel like this is kind of the collective right now energy, right? 5 of Pentacles traditionally is feeling separate from what we desire, feeling, you know, literally left out in the cold, feeling like, why can't, what? It's, you know, that octopus energy too, of just feeling like, oh my God, right? And I feel like these 5 pentacles up here, this is the Aquarian collective. Look, they're literally stars, Aquarian collective, and being that beacon of hope, being that brightly lit window amidst this energy of the darkness. Okay? Spring, the earthworm, it's coming. What else is going on? Wow. 8 of Swords. Let's talk about it. Come here. 8 of Swords. 8 tentacles. There are no accidents. So, you know, this is, we know what this is. This traditionally speaking, this is, you know, enclosed and encased in a mental prison to which only we hold the key. I have to tell you something though. That's traditionally what this is. I'm getting a very distinct feeling, especially with the, remember how I said that the octopus doesn't need its eyes to see, it's about calling upon the crown chakra, calling upon the intuition, the clairvoyance here, and then this lady has a blindfold on. I'm not taking this literally in the way that, you know, we aren't able to, 11:11 on the timer, that we are in a mental prison and we can't get out. I don't really feel that. I feel like we may have moments of that. Like I said, it's this and that and this and that, right? The more that we step into the waters of our intuition right here, it's like we can clear that energy quickly. It's a quick transmutation, okay? What I'm getting from this though is closing your eyes, literally sitting into the intuition, being still in a cocoon-like state, right? And seeing the truth of things without using the eyes. I'm also getting a very distinct message around, how do I say this? What you see from a third eye perspective is a lot more bankable than what you see with your actual eyes right now. Okay, I think you know what I'm saying with that, right? The truth is going to come from your higher self in you, okay? Be cognizant of the octopus energy around you in terms of the shadow side of it, right? The all over the place and, you know, and the 5 of Pentacles going on. And it's really a time to be cognizant and go, you know what, but let me check in on what I know and feel to be true, regardless of what I'm hearing or seeing or being told. Okay? This, in this context, especially because it's the 8 and the 8, this feels like our happy place right now, ironically enough. It's like, okay, I feel better when I'm tapped into my intuition, when I'm going quiet, where I'm meditating, where I'm in a salt bath. It really feels like that, okay? And here's the thing. I'm also getting this energy of like a wounded healer as well, where it's this energy of like, I'm telling you, the Aquarian collective is being called upon to be the shoulder right now, the cosmic shoulder, okay? Lending a cosmic shoulder. And in order to do that, it's about enacting even more self-care in those moments where we can, okay? Just feels really important. Okay. What else is going on? I mean, 10 of Swords, everything is fine. I can't with this. Listen, it's too good. So 10 of Swords, and I love that we have our air energy here too for us. So 10 of Swords, traditionally speaking, is the complete and full stop ending to things before the birth of a brand new cycle. It is the ultimate tempest before the earthworm emerges and spring gets sprung, right? So to speak, right? And I'm really drawn to the fact how this girl is on her phone. And what was I just saying? Literally, what was I just saying? Right? But I also feel like this is her being a shoulder. This is her being a shoulder for those in her atmosphere. It just feels really, really pertinent. Okay? I feel like she's literally like talking to the people in her life who are reaching out for a shoulder and for an ear. Okay? Do you see how relaxed and fabulous she is amidst these swords? Because it's like a Neo thing. Like I'm getting Neo from the Matrix, where it's like everyone in the world is perceiving these as swords, and she's over here like, oh my God, this acupuncture be so good. To her, this is acupuncture. For us, this is acupuncture, this 10 of Swords. It's leading to a greater healing. That's what I'm getting. That's what I'm getting. Okay, let's get some clarifiers here. Let's do it. Everything is fine. There is so much in that, isn't it? Everything is fine. Salt water, yeah. I mean, saltwater baths, extra helpful at the moment. Okay. 5 of, why am I getting pin the tail on the donkey? Do any of you guys remember that game? It's like a kid's party game where you'd put the blindfold on, spin around a bunch of times, and then pin the tail on the donkey? It really is walking forward in blind faith, except it's not so blind. This is not about not being able to see the 3D. It's about being able to see more clearly the 5D because you're not using your actual eyes. Fascinating. Okay, 5 of Pentacles. Yeah, boy. Ooh, the World. This feels really right on too. The successful completion of a cycle, right? King of Pentacles. To clarify, the 5 of Pentacles. It's like they're going to see the King of Pentacles, and they're like, "Yo, you know." I'm actually now hearing the new Nako song, Twisted, and one of the lyrics is, "I need help." And I am no exception. You gotta love yourself. There's something in that song. There really is this energy of being a energetic benefactor to and for yourself, and also for those around you. Okay, we are equipped to do this as the humanitarians of the zodiac, as the seers of the zodiac, right? I literally feel like this, that they are going to the King of Pentacles. The King of Pentacles traditionally, look at how chill he looks, right? Look at how chill he looks. Look at these little snake bodies. They look like snake bodies coming and twirling into one. You know, he is obviously quite, has everything he could ever need and more. So he's very generous, very affluent, very sturdy, very reliable. King of Wheels never breaks a promise. King of Pentacles here, right? Oh my God, that is, oh my God, I'm obsessed. Okay, 5 of Pentacles, and then he's holding a big pentacle. 5 plus 1 is 6. 6 of Pentacles is reciprocity and equal give and take. And that feels like what the theme of this reading is too. It's a 6 of Pentacles. Keeping a sense of balance, being there for yourself and others. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. You know, it looks like the sun in the middle of this pentacle as well. That's what it really feels like, that you're being called to be the light, right? Okay. 8 of Swords. Amazing. Oh my God, oh my God. Wheel of Fortune. To clarify, the 8 of Swords. Y'all, the Wheel of Fortune traditionally is luck and good fortune and forward movement, right? Luck. Happy St. Patrick's Day, right? Wheel of Fortune, the wheel turns, my friend, the wheel turns. This is just all the goodness, the good luck, the, you know, change in fortune happening here. You know, I'm also getting, what is her name? Arachne? I believe was a Greek goddess, I believe, linked with spiders and the weaving of one's fate. Oh, weird. Okay. Ooh, weird, but a good weird. Okay. Do you see how this lady is wrapped in these ropes? Then do you see how this, like, shadow aspect of this key, see how she's wrapped in ropes and she's holding this rope? And then you see this other lady, how she's bringing this rope? It's like these strands of fate being woven as we speak. There's something about that. Do you see how she's not looking up and there's a lot that she can't see and she's on the shadow aspect of this? And then she's like, yes, looking up and there's a bird up here, like she's taking a bird's eye view, and it's all about sight and seeing and the weaving of fate. Yeah. Do you see, I'm getting drawn back to the Five of Pentacles too. Do you see how this lady, I'm so drawn to this. This feels like the duality I was speaking of too, and the shadow and the light sides of things, right? See how this shadow lady over here is barefoot, but then this lady over here who's in the light of it, I feel like this is us. This is us over here. She's got her shoes on, right? She's looking up. She's being proactive. She's being that beacon of light and hope and faith. She's literally standing under a peach tree. And this, I feel like this is a lot of people around you, but I feel like it's also an aspect of yourself that you may slip into from moment to moment, and that it's okay. And I want you to consider something. When and if you slip into some of those moments where you're feeling the weight of the world, you're feeling waves of anxiety, you're feeling that collective energy come up, a beautiful aspect of that is because you feel that, you are able to understand that feeling in others and thus show up for it and tend to it and be a healing balm because you understand it, because you feel it yourself. Isn't that what being a humanitarian is? It's not about coming from this place high up on a castle hill and going, I'm throwing coins downward below to all the hungry people and you know what I mean? No. It's about being on that ground floor and sharing in that collective energy so that you can understand it because you can relate to it. And then being that, energetic shoulder because you relate. Do you want to get advice from someone who can't really relate to what you're going through? No, and that is something to think about, okay? Beautiful. Okay, let's get a clarifier for Miss Acupuncture Realness over here. That just cracks me up. Okay. I want to say something else. When do I not? But I want to say something else. It's also consider this. That if you were not more than well equipped, okay, because responsibility can feel heavy, right? It can feel heavy. What is that saying? Heavy is the head that wears the crown, right? Heavy lies the head that wears the crown, something like that, right? Right? That is a responsibility in and of itself. However, that would not be the case if you were not more than well equipped to handle that, rise to that occasion, and be the light. Okay? Again, this girl is literally stuck with 10 swords. And yet she's like, oh my God, this is the best acupuncture of my life. Okay? Something to that. Ace of Wands. Again, this ribbon and strings here, right? I can't with this. This is, this is that any ace energy is an absolute representation of the energy of the suit to which it correlates, right? So it's that big fervor. It's passion, desire, artistry. This is super masculine energy here. It's being proactive. It's that sexual energy as well. The fact that it's clarifying the 10 of swords and that everything is fine over. I love how it doesn't even say 10 of swords. It's just like everything is fine. I'm so obsessed. I knew there was a reason I wanted to use this deck today. With the Ace of Wands, I'm getting drawn to the fact that, again, this is rules. The swords are about the mind and communication, and they represent us air signs, right? And then we have the Ace of Wands here, which is fire energy and passion and desire and creation, right? I'm getting this image around fire being transformative. What is that quote I'm hearing? It is kind of like a tower-like energy where it's great, terrible things, yes, but great things. I think it's a Harry Potter quote. But it's something about that where it's like it's you are rising to this occasion in such a big way from a place of fuel and fire and passion. And I feel like it's directly correlating to the Wheel of Fortune here, right? I keep hearing one thing over and over. I keep hearing one thing over and over and over. Despite the physical appearance to things, I feel that all is as it should be. I feel that all is well. There's something to that. I also want to talk about the fact that like this is being depicted by a rooster here. What does the rooster do? He announces the what? The coming of the dawn. The rooster, oh, I just got shivers and a bit of an emotional wave when I said that. The rooster announces the coming of the dawn. Look at her on her phone with these 10 of Swords. I feel like we feel that all is as it said it should be if we really click in with what we know to be true. We also feel that what's on the other side of this is going to be so much better than what preceded it, because it's moving our collective experience from a place of duality to oneness. Okay? We are heralding the coming of the dawn. That's some stuff right there. Okay? No, it's not a Sunday in the, Sunday stroll through the park with George. Okay? But it is what we are equipped to do as Aquarians, as humanitarians, as the seers, as the revolutionaries, right? We are heralding the coming of the dawn. Now, this can take, many different forms. This can be something that you feel and other people are affected by that vibrational energy within and around you. I do hear you're going to have to replenish that inner knowing, because there's a lot of external stimuli coming in where you might have moments, and you will have moments where it's like, oh my God, wait, is what I feel like everything is as it should be and everything is well. And what's on the other side of this is going to be more than worth this time, because we're going to go from a place of duality to oneness, and it's going to be more gratitude, and it's going to be a higher vibrational place that the collective is in. But you may have moments where you doubt that or forget that, and you need to replenish it. Might I recommend laughter? Watching funny things, listening to funny things. That's what it is. Replenish that source for yourself. It's your responsibility to herald the coming of the dawn. Okay? I know that's intense, but okay. Let's get an oracle. Feeling an earth magic. I might get more than one. Okay. Let's get an earth magic oracle for my Aquarian. Oh my God. Okay. Let's get one more. Okay, the new Nako song called Twisted, okay? Keep hearing it. Wow, I'm going to take this too. All right. Look at this. By the way, I want to say something. The other readings that I've done previous to this one had their own medicine in them and everything, but this feels like a grad school level reading in terms of with great responsibility, or with great power comes great responsibility, and heralding the coming of the dawn. Like it's this is what it is. And we are equipped to do this, and it's a beautiful responsibility, and we are the stars. We are the stars. Okay? Rain, purification. This is absolutely what I've been talking about. I'm also drawn to the fact that I saw those two snakes at the beginning of the meditation, and this does feel like a great shedding of skin, right? And emerging into a completely new phase. They want me to talk about this. When a snake sheds its skin, that's when it is most vulnerable to predators. And guess what happens when a snake sheds its skin? Its eyes go cloudy, and it can't see very well. Hello. This isn't about using your 3D eyes right now. It's about using your spiritual sight, okay? Rain purification. Hi, this is what it is. I just said we're moving from a place of duality to oneness. As a result, that's what it is, okay? Purification. Mountain, strength. You don't say. You don't say. I feel like this is very much about spiritual strength, but I also feel like this is just so speaks for itself. Strength. This is a time for strength, right? But I also feel like it's about being strong for others. But also, I also want to say that in order to be a shoulder for others, that also entails allowing others to be a shoulder for you. This could be your spiritual demon, your shoulder, or actual people in your atmosphere, whether you ring them up or you're texting or whatever that is, right? True strength is vulnerability. As Brene Brown would say. Y'all know I love her. True strength is vulnerability. So this is, and again, remember, as you feel these things and you pick up on these things and you're feeling the weight of the world and you're feeling the collective pain and the anxiety and the panic and all of this stuff, the gift in that is that you're able to relate to it directly and thus able to be the medicine and the counter energy to it. But first, it does involve feeling it, right? Absolutely. Tree grounding. How stunning is this? I love it. It is very important to ground right now. It is extra, extra, extra important to ground yourselves and imagining those trees coming out through the bottoms of your feet, into the roots of the soil, feeding down into the earth. This is going to help you. Grounding helps us remember who we are. Okay? And you see these strings of light and the crane here, which is about good luck and good fortune and the bright light here. But I also feel like this is showing me a reflective surface. And again, with those two snakes, do you see? Duality into oneness. And remember something. I want you, when you have some of these moments, right? Because these are so beautiful. When you have these moments of feeling one way 1 minute and then another way the next minute, consider the trees. And I know how this, it's like, just go with it. It's what I'm getting. Consider the trees, and I want you to think about if it helps the Ents from the Lord of the Rings, right? Think about that all the things that the trees have witnessed and endured and how they maintained their strength. But they didn't maintain their strength by not bending. They maintained their strength by being able to bend and go with the flow of the wind, which allowed them not to break, but bend and withstand and endure. Something to that, right? What am I doing? I'm flowing, I'm ebbing and flowing. Because what I'm doing here, it's very much what this feels like, okay? Because look at all these trees. Look, we got 3 things with trees in them. Look, the trees. And the trees here, right? And the trees here. Okay? My beautiful, wonderful, fabulous, starry, new dawn heralding Aquarians. This was your second half of March general reading. I want to extend so much love and camaraderie to you and say thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for your strength. Thank you for your heart. And thank you for, well, as always, being you. I am here. We are here, and I love you so much. And be well. Until next time.